The Māori Party's doubled its numbers in Parliament to 2. Special votes confirmed Rawiri Waititi in the seat of Waiariki, the only electorate seat that the Labour Party lost. And with 1.2% of the party vote, he gets a friend in Parliament, dragging in co-leader Debbie Ngārewa-Packer over the line. She's got some celebrating to do, but she's sparing us a few minutes right now. She's joining us live from Hawera. Kia ora, Debbie. Are you buzzing?
Oh my gosh, I don't think I've buzzed this much since I gave birth to my first child. So I'm really, really thrilled. Really thrilled.
What was the waiting like?
I think this whole journey of trying to effectively claw back a party from some pretty dark sad times has been waiting, and we've just worked our backsides off to not only reconnect with our voters, with our whānau, but also bring about policy that's critical to providing solutions. So it's the whole year's been a wait. The whole year, it's just been holding your breath and hoping for the best. And when you work your backside off and you think, gosh, I've done everything I can possibly do. Now, is it going to pay off? And I just think with Waiariki, our focus was completely on Rawiri. I had this little back hope, but to be really honest, I was just so focused on Rawiri, I didn't think that my best friends would happen to be able to bring not one but two of us in, which is just awesome, just humbling.
So Debbie, who let you know that you'd made it over the line?
I've got to say, actually, we had it set up that one of our administrator was going to let us know, but I kept getting all these calls from the media, and I was like, oh, how embarrassing. Now, they must be wanting to ring me because they must know that we have all gone. And so it was actually one of the Māori media that indicated, and I was like, what? And so I thought I'd actually heard it wrong. And I'd just come out of the National Iwi Chairs Forum and growled them all for needing to get them behind Māori Party more. So I actually heard from there was an influx of media, and I thought, gosh, this is unusual. So by the time our party administrators had let us know, I sort of had in that first few minutes clicked, and just was honestly I just couldn't believe it. I just couldn't. And again, like I say, it was just our best dream. So our best, the best hope was we knew we were going to have to claw one back at a time, but to have two of us is just such a buzz, such a phenomenal honour.
Okay, so now that you have two, you basically doubled overnight, right? So how are you going to work that to your political advantage, now having two people there?
Yeah, I think the first thing is that we've got some really strong policy platform that will be how we will we will move. The next week is about as the two co-leaders is meeting with the leaders of the various parties and saying, hey, we're here, and this is what we're prepared to do, and we're going to put ourselves out there and see who wants to work with us. And that is what the first part of next week will be about. The next of it will be about finding commonality and also putting ourselves out there to be a part of a cross-party movement to address those issues that are really holding people back and whānau back from reaching their true potential, which is poverty, which is housing, which is getting better incomes, more kai on the table, better health, better ability to learn, and better ability to earn. So there's some really strong focus that we have, and at the same time.
So given that.
Yep.
Sorry to interrupt, Debbie, but given that there is now a significant number of Māori MPs who have ministerial portfolios, who have real power and access to putia, how are you going to leverage that?
Yeah, I think the first thing is it's great to have power and access of putia, but you also need to make sure that the story's on the ground and that you're held to account, and that everything that's happening out there on the ground is coming through to you. Now, there is a really clear message from Māori that actually we support Jacinda, we support the fact that we've got Māori and Labour, but actually we also have another view, and we're there and so our role is to make sure that and messaging and passaging of where they need to be able to target and hit is communicated, and that's exactly what we intend to do, is be a communicator to those transfers of power and make sure that that's been targeted in a way that can have real impact, and real impact that we as a nation can be proud about, and we eradicate the things that are holding back our natural growth.
Thanks, Debbie. So Debbie Ngārewa-Packer, co-leader of the Māori Party and now MP overnight. They have 2 MPs in Parliament.